Okay, so the testimony of the Sri Lankan Rupees of why I came to Sri Lanka.
Oh, that one.
Yes, so that one, and then what followed up on that is this morning we were sitting here, Lynn and Yodia and myself, and we were just talking about what we're going to say at the sermon and all of that, and then also I told them about. I made a list of every day for this mission that interceded for that day, and God gave me a word for that day. And specifically for that, for today, it said there will be a lady wearing red with white flowery patterns on it. And so I said that to them before we left, and obviously you look for a lady with white flowery patterns all over the place. But then after when we arrived at the church and I walked up to start the sermon, the lady was sitting there with the white flowery top on, and then so after the sermon, I called her up. I told them the testimony about how I was given the 20 Sri Lankan rupees by God as a sign for me to come to Sri Lanka, and that God then said to me I must give it to a lady with the red top on with white flowers. And she jumped up and she ran to the front and she was so happy, and I gave it to her. And then afterwards I spoke to her and prayed with her, and she said that that's how she came to Christ, was through 20 Sri Lankan rupees. Because what happened was that she was about to commit suicide, and she went to church and she gave God an ultimatum. She said that if by a certain date he doesn't reveal himself to her, that he loves her or that he's her God, that she will commit suicide. And the day before that she went to church, and the pastor called her up as a demonstration. And he was using 20 Sri Lankan rupees, and what he did was he said to her, would you take these 20 Sri Lankan rupees if I give it to you? And she said yes, and he folded it up into a little bundle, and he said, would you still take it? And she said yes, and he threw it on the ground and he stepped on it and he crushed it, and he picked it up and he said, would you still take it? And she said yes. And he said, well, then that's how God sees you, is even though you are crushed and trampled on and all of that, you're still worth as much as you were before to me. And that day she changed her life, and that's how she came to Christ, through 20 Sri Lankan rupees. And now God just sent 20 Sri Lankan rupees from South Africa just to give to her. It's worth R1.50 to give her, just to show her that he loves her.